All right, party people. This your man Griff. Only had 3 closings a day, but boy, I've been ripping and running all over the place. I had a miscalculation and ended up having to drive an extra 30 minutes. That was on me. I didn't realize that the lady had sent me a different address, so I could have updated my price on that order and all of that. But nonetheless, I'm not worried about it. They give me plenty of business anyway, so I'm good on that. But yeah, so I only had 3. I just finished my second one, and I think if everything is working out, no scan backs on anything today. So my first one, no scans. Second one, no scans. I got to go knock out 2 quick house inspections, go home, print the documents for my 6 o'clock, and then head out to that. It's been busy. So something I thought about, and I was looking at the comments. I think it might be 1 or 2 comments on the video I talked about earlier today about pay, about why we're not getting paid faster. And one of the gentlemen, he commented that I guess a title company, signing company told him they get paid in 2 weeks, but then they opt to hold the pay for X amount of days and all of that. Well, then you have to ask yourself the question, why? Like you do when you get paid and you know you got to pay a bill and you hold it for a little while. Sometimes what we don't realize, they may not be getting paid within 2 weeks from every single client. If they are, that is great. But there's a chance that they just don't have enough money to actually pay out, because you get in 2 weeks from this company, 2 weeks from that company, and 2 weeks from that. It may not all end up coming in at the same time. So you may need time for all your monies to come in. And then once everything's come in, you go through the proper accounting procedure to make sure everything's been accounted for. Then you can start paying out to your notaries. That's what you have to take into account. Then you got to take into account what notaries messed up stuff to the point to where you have to deduct money from them. What notaries messed up stuff to the point to where you don't pay them at all because they just really jacked it up. What notaries do you need to pay extra to because they went above and beyond and the title company said, we're not paying you any extra, and you chose to pay the notary extra. So therefore you got to account for that. So just because money hopped into their account 2 weeks later doesn't mean their accounting method is set up to instantly pay you. So they got multiple, just like we're dealing with multiple companies, they're dealing with multiple companies. That signing company is dealing with at least could be 10 to 15 different title companies or lenders or other groups that are paying out money. So they're trying to make sure they get all the monies in first. Do the proper accounting. Yes, I said this already. And then they pay their money out. It's no different than what you have to do. Get all your money in. Okay, let me pay out. And then you set your payout in such a way to make sure that you have the money that you need all together, collected, accounted for, sorted out, whatever. And then I can pay for my September closings to all the notaries that are out there. And it's going to take this amount of time for us to get everything together to do that. And especially if you got a small accounting team or you have a foreign accounting team, in other words, some accounting team that's like virtual assistants that's doing this, and you got to do it, work with them on their time schedule and all of that. So there's a lot of different factors involved. It's not just pay me my money. You got to be mindful of that. And as one person commented, you got to look at the independent contractor agreement. And if you don't like the payout schedule that they've set, then don't sign it and don't do any work for them. And that's really where it's at. Now, the companies who I don't work for, it has nothing to do with how they pay us. My concern is a lot of times how they deal with me as a business owner. If they treat me like crap, jump up and down on me for what they thought was a mistake, very disrespectful, things of that nature, then I don't want to have anything to do with them. constantly trying to get me to go outside of the scope of my notary laws and do stuff that I shouldn't be doing, I don't want to work with you. I don't care how much you're paying me. It's that simple. Oh, I thought my phone rang. You know, those are the things that I'm concerned about. I know I think no one has not, well, it might have been one or two, but it was so like, I'm not worried about it. I'm honestly not worried about it. I would say I've gotten paid 99% of the time. And if somebody didn't pay me at the moment, I couldn't tell you who. And if it did happen, it was a couple of years back. But nonetheless, I get paid. Apparently I do, because I'm still out here doing it. If I wasn't getting paid, then I'd be, you know, somewhere else. But that's something to think about, you know. But right now, there's really no plan to make somebody pay us more money or pay us our money faster. We don't know. We don't know what their accounting method is that they're doing and how they got things set up. And we can claim that they get money at this period of time. And I do believe that happens. And I know it happens in some cases, because I've been told by escrow companies that, yeah, once the thing closed, we go ahead on and send the check out to the signing companies and stuff. And I get paid quickly when I'm working direct. Yeah, I admit that I do. However, there was one time I didn't get paid for 4 months, and it took them that long to settle the real estate deal to the point that they could pay me. 4 months. I forgot about it. When I saw the check come in, I was like, oh, I remember this one. And I was like, oh, I thought I got paid from them. So it happens. All right. So give me your thoughts. I'm trying to think here. It was something else I was going to say about this, but I think that's primarily it. That, yeah, they get paid every 2 weeks from one company, but maybe not from other companies. And if they don't have, line of credit, that's what makes it easy for companies to actually pay you, even though they haven't gotten their money, if they have a business line of credit. And if they haven't abused it and done wrong to get it shut down or the amount reduced, then they should be able to pay you. So you got to think of, take that into an account, whether or not that company has an adequate business line of credit. If they need they would probably need about $100,000 or $150,000 business line of credit, to where they can pull money off and use that to pay all the notaries. And then when they get their money back, they pay the line of credit off. If they have that, then yeah, they can pay you a lot quicker. But some companies don't have it. And then for some, even if they do have it, they're like, I ain't paying no notary. They just have to wait. So what you gonna do then? Nothing. You just decide whether you want to keep working for them or not. That's it. I need a haircut. That's what I'm doing. Is I'm feeling like, hey, I need a haircut. So that's all. So y'all give me your thoughts about it. Like to hear what y'all got to say, and we'll keep it pushing and keep doing what we're doing. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.